Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Eddie and I'm a nursing student and a college lifestyle blogger. If you've been following me all along, thank you so much for clicking on another video. I appreciate it so much. So for today's video, I wanted to show you guys what's on my iPad and how I use the applications that I have on there to kind of make my life easier with my studying and everything else that I have going on. First and foremost, I love everything digital. I am 90% a digital student, except for that one professor who has a fear of technology. So with that said, let me show you guys how I organize my iPad and all the applications that I use. I've separated everything into 3 different pages. That way I know what I'm working on depending on what page I'm in. I have all the default iPad settings on page 1, all my educational and school apps on page 2, and all my editing and extra creative apps on page 3. So, let's take a quick look at how these apps make life a little easier and how I use them in my daily life as a nursing student. So the first one is Notability. In here I have all my courses as categories and all the other sections integrated into the course as subcategories where I can categorize everything that I use, like the syllabus, my digital notebooks, my lab assignments, and all my study guides for my exams. This is one of my favorite college apps that's probably the most essential when the semester is in session. Of course, I use it with my Apple Pencil. I have tried GoodNotes before, but I really like the ability Notability gives you to be able to record your lectures. So I decided to settle down with this app. Next, we have Quizlet. Of course, everyone has heard of Quizlet before. It is an online flashcard website and application where you can make your own study sets or look up a set that's particular to the class that you need to study for. I actually do like to create my own study sets. Whenever I'm reading a textbook, I make sets ranging with all the chapters that my next exam will contain of. So reading the chapter throughout, I add all the terms into my sets with their definition so that I could study them later on. Honestly, if you don't have Quizlet installed on your devices, you're missing out. The next app on the list is Picmonic. Not a lot of people know about Picmonic, but it has been a lifesaver so many times in my studying. I use this for my science and biology classes whenever I get stuck on a term or need some refreshing to do or just need a mnemonic to kind of memorize all the terms of all the information that's been given to me and make my studying a little bit easier. So the way Picmonic works is they create mnemonics based on pictures. So, let's say you're studying about lipids, which is a fat. They'll create this mnemonic and give you this story with these big, fat, juicy lips. So that kind of just integrates into your brain and it just helps you memorize all those terms a little bit better. So, when you're taking the test, you're like, what's a lipid? You'll just remember those juicy fat lips and you'll remember, oh, it's a fat. So that's why I really love Picmonic. It is 100% recommendable by me. Probably the best thing I've ever spent my money on. The next application that I would recommend is Bear. Bear is a simple, minimalistic note-taking application. It is a substitute for Apple Notes, Word, Google Docs, or any other note-taking application that you may have. But the reason why I love Bear is because of the user interface that is so simple and just so clean. It almost makes writing really, really fun. You can categorize everything into hashtags and it'll put those documents that you've created into that one hashtag so everything is nice and categorized. And my last 2 must-use applications that I use on my iPad are Google Tasks and Smart Tasks. The reason why I like using Google Tasks is because of my Google Hub Max that I have integrated into my home. It's whenever I put in a task, it just kind of sends it into the Google Cloud, so it pops up on my phone, it pops up on my Google Hub, so it's kind of everywhere. It's like a little sticky note around my house, basically. That's why I like using Google Task. The other task manager that I like using is Smart Task. The reason why I like using Smart Task is because it categorizes everything into colors, so you're basically able to plan out your days, your week, even your month. I use Smart Task as my influencer part of my business so that I'm able to keep up with everything that I have to do. I have my blog, Instagram, things that I have to do for YouTube, and all personal things that I must do in my life. So if you're looking for something clean and simple to use, Smart Tasks is the way to go. That is, if you don't have any Google Home products, Smart Tasks I would 100% recommend. So that is all that I have for this video today. I hope you've enjoyed all the applications that I've recommended for you guys. These are all some of my favorite applications that I must use on a daily basis to kind of make my life a little easier. So I hope you guys are able to check it out. Let me know if you guys use any of them or if you download any of them and like them. I really like to hear your feedback, and thank you so much. I'll see you guys on my next video.